these little pieces of vinyl, these are the ones that go just behind where the hood frame clips into. They're kind of a little bit misshapen. The hardboard is sort of gone all bubbly and uneven. Same as the kick panels as well, they're all sort of bubbly and uneven as well, and even this whole big back one, which goes between the boot and the hood rests. So I'm forgetting the words. So I'm going to take all these bits home and I'm going to go and get some hardboard and recut new ones and recover them with probably that acoustic felt. Be the ideal thing. Nice black piece of acoustic felt, make them all look like brand new as well. Here are all the bits and pieces that I took off the car to recover, and as I say, you can see where moisture's got involved with them and made them go all warpy and in some cases collapsed completely. So I'm going to take off the vinyl from these and use the cardboard, or the hardboard rather, as templates. And I've just gone out to the shop and bought myself a large sheet of hardboard. This cost me 10 quid and it should be enough for me to do everything I want, hopefully, if I lay them out carefully. Having said that, having a quick look, I'm probably going to be very lucky if I can get all this out in one board, but let me see how I go. Well, I've been messing around with this for about 5 minutes and every way I try I can't get this extra bit to go on anywhere. There's enough mass on the hardboard that I bought, but just the wrong shape unfortunately, so looks like I'm going to have to cut what I can and go out and buy another piece just for an extra one of these. So never mind, that said done, I'll get on with what I've got for now. So the first job is going to be taking off the vinyl from these, and it's tearing away pretty easily. Years of glue have sort of broken away the vinyl from the hardboard in any case, so it's really peeling away nicely. That was my wife just letting me know she's home from shopping. How delightful. Get rid of that. This piece isn't terrible, but I mean I could have got away with it if I wanted to, but doing it with new hardboard is going to be so much better and so much more flatter. So that's what I'll do next. I'll just strip the rest of these and begin drawing around them, then jigsaw them out. Right, so in order to draw them, I don't want them to move, but at the same time I want to be pressing down these lumpy bits so that it gives me a more exact outline to trace. This bit's fallen apart and I sort of try and fit that in there and draw around it at the same time. So here it goes. Now at the same time there are various holes where screws went through. I'm going to want to try to mark those so that I can use the existing holes in the bodywork to put the screws through once again. So there, if you can see it, is the first template. So that's it for now. I'll just get the jigsaw out and cut along these lines. What I'm going to do to begin with, if I can avoid tripping up, I'm going to cut these out into smaller, easier manageable sections. So there's the first one done. Got another 3 more to go. So the bits are all cut now, and just to show you what they look like before, here's the old warped one, and here's the nice flat new one. So all I've got to do now is drill holes in the corresponding hole, the corresponding marks which I've marked out earlier, and then that's just ready to be covered, and I'm waiting for the material which should come in the next couple of days. Okay, it's been a couple of days, and the fabric which I've ordered to recover these panels with has just arrived. What this is acoustic carpet, that they call it. Pretty good stuff. It's about 4mm thick. It's got a nice sort of velour feel to it, and it's pretty stretchy. You know, like you can shape it and mould this stuff if you need to. So they will go on to. So what I'll be doing is cutting out the shapes from this and then just spray gluing it on, as simple as that. Beginning with the larger piece, so I've laid it down. Now what I want to do is glue it so that I've got about 1 centimetre all glued behind to sort of hold it in place. So using this as a template, I will just cut, or mark rather, about 1 centimetre, and it hasn't even got to be anywhere near accurate, around the template, ready to cut out. Next, using a good pair of sharp scissors, I'll just cut out around the mark I made. And there we have the first piece. Now all I need to do is spray glue this on this side, this on this side, and then get this to fit on. And what I am going to do is put some marks on here. So the areas which I want to correspond to each other, this is so that when I sort of land the fabric onto the hardboard, I've got sort of somewhere where I know I want it to land, because once it's stuck down you can't really peel this stuff off with this spray glue. So that's just going to give me an idea of where I want to be when I'm first initially putting it down, if that makes sense. If it doesn't, it'll make sense in a moment. I've just laid this face down, being careful and remembering what side you want the glue on, onto a piece of paper, and just ready to give this a coat of spray glue. I'm paying particular attention to the edges because I don't want them to uncurl. So now I'll just take this and put it aside for a moment. Grab my board. And give this a coat of glue as well. Now leave that to go off for about 5 minutes, and then we'll be ready to apply the carpet onto it. Now this has gone tacky. Now take my fabric, and remember where I put the two chalk lines, I'm going to fold them in half at those points there and there, so it makes it a little bit easier to handle. Now I want to just get it so I've got roughly the same overlap on each side. So now I've got it in the middle, and somehow try and sort of, 4 hands would have been better for this, but just easing it into place. That's one side done. And that's the other side done. So that's all pressed in nicely. So now what I've got to do is on the other side, oh, didn't land it that cleverly, I've got a little bit of a less overlap here, but it'll still work. Now what I've got to do is spray a little bit of glue around the edges of this. give that a moment to soak up, to go tacky, and then I can start turning over the back side of this. It's been a few minutes and now that's ready, so I can just start pulling this over and sticking it down. Now there are places where I'm going to need to make cuts. Areas like this. Get that pulled in nice and tightly, and then areas like that. And also for this curved area here, a series of little cuts. That way it takes the shape of the curve a bit better. This is quite a narrow area here, so I'm going to cut that small. That's it, that was really easy. So there you see, I've got one finished panel already. I could have gone with vinyl, which was what was on there before, but I like the idea that the panels match the carpets that have just gone in and complement them. It's a nice sort of warmer feel as well. So now I'll just carry on finishing the other bits and pieces. So here are all the pieces now finished and looking really nice, and in my personal opinion a better finish than the original vinyl. This will fit in lovely with the new carpets that I fitted in, and hoping to go down to the garage tomorrow and fix these all in place. Right, so what I'm doing here is just cleaning up the seat belts, because I took them off when I took out the carpets and everything as well. And there's 48 years of grime coming out for these belts. They're horrible. I'm hoping I'll be able to, I should have done this ages ago, I'm hoping that I'll be able to wash these and get them to be dry enough for me to fit them on the car tomorrow. But look at that, that's just like mud coming off of there. that water's turned brown. Thankfully there's only 2 seat belts to do. I think it's one of those things people sometimes overlook, you know, like giving the seat belts a nice clean and freshen up. And hopefully this will revive their colour again. Right, I've just got to find somewhere to go and hang these up now, and wait and see how they turn out.